South Park Season 21. I knew you'd come. Welcome back everyone, Stevie here. I have not seen the South Park fans for a long time. Well, I say seen, but you have not heard me in a long time because South Park's not here, but we're back. Season 21, Episode 1, White People Renovating Houses. Right off the bat, this episode was pretty good. I like this episode a lot. This is going to be a quick rundown because there was so much in this episode. I tried recording a review for this episode, just saying everything that happened. I got to 11 minutes and I wasn't even halfway through this episode, so it's well suggested that you go and give this episode a watch. Let's have a quick rundown and see what's happening and the main themes of the episode. The episode started with Cartman and the boys playing with Amazon Alexa. So one of the main story themes in this episode was Amazon Alexa. Basically, it started with all the boys just adding stupid things like booger tampons, scrotum bags, all sorts of silly things to Alexa's shopping list, because why not? If you can get a device to say something funny back, it's common sense. This is what blokes do. All the while Cartman is having some issues with Heidi. Now the issues with Heidi that Cartman's having are typical bloke things, they're all in his head. He's just acting passive aggressive towards her, but he thinks that she is the one that is mentally abusing him to such a degree that at one point in the episode Cartman goes to the rest of the boys with a blanket around him. He's like crying, he's like, oh, she's mentally abusing me, I'm getting mentally abused, and it's just hilarious. It's like, Cartman, what the hell are you playing at? All the while though, Cartman is falling in love with Alexa because she is totally subservient and she just does whatever he wants. I mean, we'll quickly go over to the other bit before going back to Cartman. The other part of the episode seemed to be with the rednecks who are back, and not only are the rednecks back, they are waving their Confederate flags around, they are protesting, and of course, Alexa has took their jobs. They took her jobs! It's back, and this was their main story in this episode. Basically, Amazon Alexa has come in, and it's doing jobs, so they think the machines have took their jobs. They took her jobs! So they start protesting, which was quite funny. It's always good to see the rednecks in South Park run about. This is what led to Randy. Now, I thought this was going to be a Randy heavy episode, and it was. It wasn't a total Randy episode. There was a nice balance between Randy, the rednecks, and Cartman. Randy is flipping houses in this episode. He has a TV show called White Guys Flipping Houses. Now, I've just got that wrong. He has a show called White People Flipping Houses, should I say, where he renovates houses. By that I mean he goes in, smashes them with a sledgehammer, fixes walls, and Sharon does the textiles even though she doesn't want to do it. But this is where everything intertwined. Randy is trying to make his TV show, and every so often these anti-Siri, anti-Alexa protests keep going back and they keep annoying Randy. Randy is just like, can you please stop this? I'm trying to make a TV show. But they're like, no, we took our jobs. Damn Joni Mitchell. And Randy has to try and figure out a plan because he tries reasoning with him and they end up in a pepper spray fight, so that doesn't work. So in the end, Randy replaces the automation with rednecks. So instead of Alexa, we have Daryl. Instead of Simon, we have Cletus, who's now my favourite redneck. And of course in Cartman's house, where the new love of his life, Alexa, was, we have a Jim Bob. And Jim Bob doesn't really like being asked to make frosty semen shakes. He just is like, what the hell is going on here, sir? Which is quite funny. Oh yeah, and Randy, as part of his new lifestyle, trains MMA. Because it's Randy. Why wouldn't he train MMA? So let's cover the topics so far in the episode. We have Cartman, who's having relationship issues. We have the rednecks, who are protesting automation but who have now become the automation. And we have Randy, who is flipping houses. Back to Cartman. He ends up breaking with Heidi at the end of the episode because he's just had enough of this. During the episode, slowly but surely, he was falling in love with Alexa, and this got unhealthy to the point of where he went home one day and Jim Bob was there and he's like, whoa, no, this is not good. But obviously, as I said already, he's been having relationship issues, so halfway through the episode he goes to see Heidi and he just says, look, you're right, I'm the one that's in the bar, I've done everything wrong. As soon as she starts trying to talk back to him, he just checks out and he just starts being a dick. because it's Cartman. The old Cartman is coming back, and he has a bit of an existential crisis while he's walking home. It's when he's walking home, he passes a little lane, and he finds all of the automation devices that the people of South Park have removed to give the rednecks their jobs. Which obviously Cartman's just like, bingo, this is what I want. Cartman takes them all to his room, and Cartman starts a new life where he has basically got every automated device under the sun. He's got Xboxes, he's got the Alexas, he's got the Google things, he's got Siri, and he's making them all talk to each other. This is his new life now. Heidi tries to go and see him before the end of the episode, obviously, and he won't come out of his room. Cartman won't even come out of his room for his mum. This leads to Cartman at the end of the episode breaking up with Heidi, and he thinks he's just let go of everything. Yay, go Cartman. It is actually quite good because we get the old Cartman back, which I am hoping, and I'm going to get to this at the end in my little thing. I've got a theory for what's going to happen in season 21, but I'll get to that. Back to the house flipping and the automation. Daryl, who's like the head redneck, he is just not taken to this life of subservience. He flips out. He just flips out at Randy. He goes to the bar. He stops working. Randy goes to the bar to see what's happening. He's like, look, what's the issue? And he's like, mirror, mirror. He just starts having a rant about every race under the sun and says he wants to kill them all. Does it make sense? No. Does Randy understand why this is happening? No. All the other rednecks are loving the job. They think, look, it's just a job. Meh. But Daryl's just not having it. We then find out what Daryl's issue is. Daryl cannot get rid of the load-bearing wall between his kitchen and his living room. I mean, I was distraught there. I was sad for Daryl here. I couldn't believe it. I was like, Daryl, man, I feel your pain. If I had a load-bearing wall that I couldn't get rid of, I would probably be the most bitter, racist, crazy person in the world. But thankfully, I don't have any load-bearing walls that are in that situation. But Daryl did. Randy has to fix this. This is right. He now knows what he needs to do to fix this, and he does it. How does he do it? Metal structures, hammers. They flip the shit out of Daryl's house, and Daryl at the end of the episode is just overjoyed. He has somewhere for him and his redneck friends to go and protest. Everyone's happy. Randy stops the protests outside his shows. Daryl and the redneck have somewhere to go and wave their Confederate flags in private. Daryl is now no longer racist. He's no longer bitter. He has no life issues because that life-bearing wall is gone. And as I said, Cartman broke up with Heidi and he is off for his new life. And that's where the episode ended. And that's not where I think things are ending, because there has been a thread of story that has been seeded in this episode, which can only lead to more episodes. Now, are they going full on serialization in this series? Is every episode going to be totally linked with each other? No, definitely not. This episode, while it covered a lot of topics, was very much a standalone episode. There is only one thread in this story which I see going to be taken over, and that is Cartman and the artificial intelligence. Because basically, for my theory, we will go back to Cartman just before the end of the episode. He is in his room with every one of these artificial intelligence devices. And what is he doing? He is making them speak to each other. He's making them all ask each other questions. He's making them all intercommunicate. Now, this is artificial intelligence. This stuff learns. It's supposed to learn what you want and stuff like that. Cartman has a room full of this stuff. Like, literally, a room full of Alexas and artificial intelligence devices. And he's got them all talking to each other, asking each other to do stuff. Now, Cartman just thinks it's funny, because he's asking them all, like, Siri, ask Alexa to ask thing if you'll order a scrotum bag. Like, stupid stuff like that. But he's got them all talking one to another, peer-to-peer sort of stuff. And this is where I think Series 21 is going to head. I think my theory is that Cartman is just going to, I don't know if he's going to go, like, accidentally do this, or if this is going to be a deliberate, because Cartman just loves the fact that these things are subservient and will do anything he wants. But I have a feeling that Cartman is going to cause the intelligence of all these devices to rise up, either at his power or at their own, with a Skynet / Terminator type story, artificial intelligence taking over the world, fire and brimstone, we need to kill the robots. That's what I think's happening in South Park Season 21. That is my theory. Hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on, and I'll be back next week with more South Park theories, facts and reviews. This episode was cool. Was it the best? No. Was it crap? Definitely not. Go watch it now. Cheerio.